In this video, we'll see how to solve annuity problems using Texas Instruments BA2 Plus Financial Calculator. And we'll see how to do this for both ordinary annuities and annuity due. So let's say you have a problem where you make an investment that pays you $20,000 for every year for 10 years. And the interest rate for your problem is 10%. And it's also mentioned that the payments are made at the end of each year. Now the question asks you to calculate the present value of the investment. Now this is in case of ordinary annuity. There are two types of annuity, ordinary annuity and annuity due. In ordinary annuity, payments are made at the end of each year, just as this problem. And in annuity due, which we'll see in the next problem, the payments would be made at the beginning of each year. So this is our timeline of cash flow. After 1 year you get 20,000, then after another year you get another 20,000, and this goes on for 10 years. And you need to find what is the present value of all these cash flows. Now whenever you try to solve any annuity problem, you need to make sure some settings are okay with your calculator. The first one is what is the value of your P by Y, which is payments per year, and the second one is the value of C by Y. Now initially let's set the value of both of these variables to 1, because in most cases you can work with the value of 1, but later on we'll see that in some problems you'll need to modify the value. So to set both of this to 1, press this button here, then press this I by Y button, and as you can see the value of P by Y is already set to 1 in my calculator. And if you scroll down, you'll see that C by Y is also set to 1. If it were not the case, you would press 1 first, and then you would press this enter button, and it will set C by Y to 1, and again go up and set P by Y to 1. Alright, finally one more thing, you also need to make sure that this button's variable is also set to correct value. Using this button, you need to tell your calculator if you are working with end of period cash flows or beginning of period cash flows. For ordinary annuity, we are working with end of period cash flows. Now so to set that, press second, then press this payment, and you will see that it is already set to end. End means end of period cash flows or ordinary annuity. Now if we were working with annuity due, we would have changed this to start or beginning. So to do that, press second and then press enter. Now your calculator is ready to work with annuity due problems. Now for this problem we actually need it set to end, so let's do that again. Alright, now you're set to solve this problem. So put appropriate values in this row of buttons. Your N should be 10, then I by Y is also 10 because interest rate is 10%, then payment is 20,000, future value is 0 because there is no mention of any future value here, we only have the periodical cash flows. Then press compute, then press PV to calculate the present value. So let's do it. 10, then again 10, then 20,000, then 0, compute PV. Now let's see how to solve an annuity due. Let's keep all the values the same, just change this end to beginning. Alright, now let's see how to work with annuity due. As you can see, this is the very same problem that you worked earlier, just instead of end, the cash flows are made at the beginning of each year. So This is our new timeline of cash flows. Now to solve this problem, first let set the calculator to work with beginning of period cash flows. So to do this, first press this second button, then press this payment button, and currently this is set to end. We'll change it to beginning. So to do that, press this second again, then press this enter button. Now we are ready to work with annuity due. Now again enter the appropriate values. We'll have 10 payments, interest rate is 10%, payment is 20,000, future value is again 0. Now press compute, then press PV. So let's do it. So 10, then press this N, then again 10, then press I by Y, then 20,000, and press this payment button. Finally, future value is set to 0. Now press compute, then press PV. So the result is 135180. Alright, that was all for this video. In the next video, we'll see how to deal with different compounding frequencies like monthly compounding or quarterly compounding, and also how to deal with monthly payments. So see you in the next one.